Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Megan. Here we
Cheers.
are.
Morning,
Cheers.
Buzz. Welcome to Morning Buzz. So we were texting last night, which is like, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
And we decided to talk about um, the Inflation Reduction Act. And really, as marketers, not so much are you promoting this, because I think many of us are actually.
Yeah.
But I think we're missing the boat in the fact that we're not educating the consumer, our customers,
Yeah.
what the heck it is. I mean, who knows what a heat pump is?
Yeah, no one. Here's the funny thing. When this first happened, when they first started talking about this, everyone was so excited. Like we were like, yes, this is going to be such a great thing for the home services, for HVAC companies. This is going to be awesome. But then the realization that no one knew what the hell any of it meant kind of,
Right.
and it's like, oh, shoot. Okay. Well,
Right. So how can we take all this information, which really relates to almost every trade? You can find something that your customers
yeah,
can benefit from in
for
that
sure. For
if
sure.
you read it. So one move I've made is I've created like a page on the websites that explains like if it's an HVAC company, okay, what does that mean to the consumer? What do they benefit if they upgrade, their system? And if it's a heat pump, it's more. So first, like the education piece, I think is really
Yeah.
important. And then make it easy. Like you have to file all these forms at the end of the year, put those forms on your website, and mention it to your accountant because that's another piece of this. Um,
Right.
the biggest takeaway for me is a tax credit. People don't get that in their brain. Like if you owe $8,000 for your 2024 taxes and your tax credit because of the Inflation Reduction Act is $2,000, you literally now only owe six. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
They think it's less than that.
And people want or a percentage, or I have to hit this amount of money. But here's the thing. I think that a lot of people, well, I mean, I think everybody loves the instant rebates, right? They love that money right off
Right.
the top. And
Right.
so for someone in January or February to get a new system, I think it's also difficult sometimes because they're not thinking about taxes next year yet. I mean, they don't even want to be replacing their system today. So
Right.
that's another, it's an educational thing.
It
Absolutely.
is.
100%. We have like, we have made explainer videos. I mean, we do this, right, for a lot of different things. Like people don't understand how a tankless water heater works or why it's more efficient or how on demand. So same thing with like split systems, but making a very easy educational explainer video to live on that page on your website that literally talks through the steps, I think is a really good way to kind of attack that too, you know?
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love also what you just mentioned about rebates, discounts. Financing's a big offer right now, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is a whole other topic, but we're all up in HVAC for a big increase in prices next year with this refrigerant thing. So
Right.
I think now's a great time to actually promote from now until the end of the year to really promote, yes, the rebates, the discounts, the financing, but then also the tax, the tax credits, because it is an add-on and come, April when your tax bills due, you'll be psyched. You got that,
My
especially
God.
if you're in need of a new system. So I think the biggest tip that I have for marketers in the trades is the education piece right now, whether that's an explainer video, like an explainer video, even on a heat pump is awesome
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because the tax credit, I believe, is up to 2,000 for a heat pump
Right.
versus the system is $600. So that's a big difference.
Yeah. And we just yesterday, seeing we're talking about offers and things like that, we are going to be running um at Meridian, we're going to be running a say goodbye to 2024 and take 2024 off when you get a new high efficiency system. So take that amount of money plus the the tax credit. That's a lot. That is a huge amount of savings at the end of a year.
Yeah. And especially right now, educating them that the prices, they have been going up, right? We've seen since COVID,
Yeah,
these systems have gone up significantly. But now
it's going to be
with
crazy.
this refrigerant, like that is a real thing. And
Yeah.
so it's like almost like this end of the year lock in your system.
Yeah.
And, there's very few people. I see it on direct mail pieces. I see it out there talking about tax credits, but very few people have the educational piece on their website right now.
No, they don't explain them.
Yeah, they're not
No.
explaining it. I think
No.
that's where we miss the boat in marketing. We assume our customers know this stuff. Like Nancy and I were even laughing last night. How many people know what HVAC means?
No one. Nobody.
Not a
But we
lot.
we throw
Not a
that
lot.
around like it's the word hello. I mean, we HVAC, HVAC. No one has any. I mean, I think a very small percentage of the population understands what that means. Because before I was in working in this space, I didn't know what that meant. I had no
No,
clue. Yeah.
no. And so I think our biggest takeaway with this, and I've had to like self-reflect, is the education. Are we doing a good job as marketers really explaining this stuff to and educating the consumer?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Um,
you're right. That's where it starts. And
right.
I was just reading last night that only 5.5 billion of $78 billion has been spent. So there is so much money in
Yeah,
that
available
pot that's available. We just have to get the word out there, and it's our job as the marketers to do that.
and important because this runs through 2030 and it will probably be extended.
Yeah,
So we're in this for the next 5+ years
totally
at
worth
least.
investing time and energy and money into educating people properly about it so they
Yep.
can take the benefit for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And your sales presentation, it goes back to that too, explaining the heat pump different. And I don't think we need to do that, as marketers, but we need to educate,
yeah,
because we're putting all these deals out there, but how are you separating yourself from everybody else? And I think that education piece is really big.
yeah, I agree. I agree. All
Yeah.
right.
So that's our morning buzz for today. Have a
Yeah.
great day, everybody.
All right. Have a great day. Bye.
Hey, Nance.